How does strategy change? 4 high rollers in 6-deck blackjack. Have you ever wondered how high rollers adjust their strategies in 6-deck blackjack? The game is fascinating, especially when you consider the impact of multiple decks on gameplay. Let's break it down. In 6-deck blackjack, you are dealing with a total of 312 cards. This larger number of decks slightly raises the house edge compared to games with fewer decks. The house edge for 6-deck blackjack is around 0.55%. While this is a bit higher than single or double deck games, it remains lower than 7 or 8 deck games. This subtle shift in odds can influence how high rollers approach their bets and decisions. The basic strategy remains similar across multi-deck games, but there are some adjustments. For hard hands, soft hands, doubling down and splitting, high rollers need to be aware of specific tweaks. For instance, with a hard 16, the choice to hit or stand depends on the dealer's up card. If the dealer shows a 2 through 6, standing is often the best move. However, if the dealer has a 7 or higher, hitting or surrendering when allowed is usually preferred. When it comes to splitting pairs, high rollers often split 8s against most dealer cards, except when the dealer shows an ace. Doubling down is another critical area. High rollers frequently double down on hands like 9, 10, or 11 to maximize their potential gains. For high rollers, betting large amounts means they need to minimize losses and maximize winning chances. They typically follow the precise multi-deck basic strategy charts to reduce the house edge. Insurance bets are generally avoided, as these tend to increase the house advantage. High rollers also use doubling down aggressively when the odds favor them, since the payoff can be significantly higher. Another aspect to consider is the dealer's rules. In many 6-deck games, the dealer hits on soft 17 or stands on it, depending on the casino. This rule can slightly impact strategy. For example, if the dealer hits soft 17, players might adjust their doubling and hitting decisions accordingly. High rollers should always use a 6-deck basic strategy chart tailored to the specific house rules. They should be prepared to surrender hard 16 against a dealer showing 9, 10, or ace if the rules allow. Consistently splitting pairs like 8s and aces is also a smart move. Doubling down on 10 or 11 when the dealer shows a lower card is another strategy to keep in mind. Side bets and insurance should be avoided, as they do not favor the player in the long run. Lastly, while card counting is less effective with multiple decks, some high rollers combine strategy with counting techniques when allowed. They may monitor the flow of the shoe to make informed decisions. In 6-deck blackjack, high rollers must be disciplined in applying strategies and managing their bets. The slight variations in strategy due to the number of decks and dealer rules become more significant when larger sums are at stake.